Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a look at the next 72 hours for you. Of course, if you would like to see future readings, make sure that you subscribe so you never miss a beat. And let's start with the general energy. First card we have is the Emperor. So the Emperor represents taking charge, taking authority. It also talks about managing different aspects of our lives and relationships around us. There could be a Taurus or an Aries of significance as well that's coming up during this next 72-hour window, but it does talk about you essentially stepping into boss status, okay? There could be certain things that have just been going on in your finances, within your love life, where you just feel like you need to get a grip on things. Also, if you've just been feeling out of it, you could be feeling renewed in energy, or at least like you can't be sitting in this energy of feeling bad or feeling sad for yourself and just focusing on what you can more so control. There could be a father figure of significance or someone you may have children with. This could be a mentor or a boss of significance, okay? Now, going into career and finance for you, Sagittarius, we have the Four of Pentacles. So you could be in a space of trying to save your money, trying to find ways to cut down on costs when it comes to running a business, when it comes to expenses at home, trying to make sure you know, turning off the lights in the house to make sure that you can save more of your money. You could also be looking at ways to expand. If you do feel limited in what you've been doing career-wise, you could be looking at ways to kind of change that or to turn that around. Okay, this also talks about wanting to essentially like start a new journey for yourself in terms of having bigger goals, having a bigger vision for yourself just as a whole. Okay, what else do we have here? If you also feel like you're plateauing, hold on, let me fix my legs. If you also feel like you're plateauing when it comes to your career because your job's not wanting to give you like a raise or a promotion, you're going to be looking at that as well. How can you essentially like get your breakthrough? Now, when it comes to love, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So there could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo of significance. It also talks about, like, for my single Sagittarius, money could be the main focus right now. Your finances, your resources, okay? Yeah, I also see trust being a conversation between you and a person you're dating, getting to know, dealing with. If they have like a huge trust issue problem that's coming up, or if you have this trust issue problem because of things that have happened in the relationship or just prior, that's something that has to be addressed. Okay. Now, the challenge for this time frame, we have the Six of Cups. So the challenge could be this constant reminiscing on the past and what didn't go right, certain things that weren't said or done. And this could be in the sense of like within a relationship, there's constant conversations around like where things went wrong in the past instead of conversations on how to fix that, how to transcend the past. Or a lot of conversations around things that have happened prior to you and someone dealing with each other that make the connection between you two very difficult because it's this reminiscing on what went wrong, past tense. So I think the more that there's this concern around where things went wrong, the more that there's this inability to move forward and to focus on what can go right. Yeah, and also beating yourself up for the past too. You do have to give yourself a level of compassion when it comes to your past. Now, when it comes to the advice, I have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So during this time frame, it's important that you're not letting emotions get the best of you, where you say, do, or entertain things that you usually wouldn't. Also, it's making sure that you don't let your emotions be used against you, in the sense of, like, when we're in a heightened sense of emotions, we're easier to manipulate, or easier to be fooled, or easier in making decisions that we really don't want to make long term because of skewed judgment at the time. So just be mindful of this, especially if there are certain, things you don't truly want to do, but out of a heightened sense of emotion, you do it anyways. And also, someone is not emotionally available, don't try to make them be. Okay, this is a journey they have to go on their own, and you can't force someone to do self-work. That's a journey that happens personally. Each person has to face their own demons all on their own, and we can't trigger that for others. Now, the outcome for this time frame, I do have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. So you could be in this energy by the end of this 72 hours where you're a lot more motivated and driven. It's important that you find a way to keep this fire burning, though, where you're not like burning yourself out. So yes, you could have a lot of energy, but if you're not careful, you could burn yourself out really, really quick by doing too much too fast. Also, there could be someone in Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo who acts very inconsistent and very hot and cold. One second they give you one vibe, one set of energy, and then the next second a different vibe. And it's hard to read or gauge them. You also could find yourself a bit irritated with someone else's actions and the fact that you just can't read them. The key is to make sure you're incorporating a level of rest, though, in whatever you're trying to do during this time frame, to where you're not draining yourself, because I do see that happening. But yeah, this is what I see for you. I hope that this was helpful and to give you insight. Definitely make sure, like I said, that you subscribe if you want to see future readings. And I always forget to say this, but I also go live and do like personal reading lives where you can ask me a question literally on live. So if you ever want to see, make sure that you also hit the subscribe button for that reason. And I will see you later.